All right, we're going to learn how to find the area of a triangle using trig. Now, first of all, we don't know in this triangle, and what I don't like about this problem is I don't want to assume, well, in this one we are going to assume that this is a right triangle, but then I'm going to reteach it to you again, and so that you don't assume that. And so basically what we know is that I have the formula for a triangle as 1/2 base times height. All right. So if I have it as 1/2 base times height, let's first label our triangle. We have BC is 12, AC is 7, and 82 degrees is going to be my angle. Now notice in this triangle, this is side, angle, side situation. You're going to watch another video by another teacher that's going to show you also the triangles for angle, angle, side. Here I have my base of 12. But how do I get my height over here? And that's where we use our trig. I can look here with what I'm given with that 7, that if I took the sine of 82 equals h over 7, or 7 times the sine 82 equals h. So what I can do is plug in for that h in my formula over here of 7 sine 82. All right. Now notice this is only working when we somehow have to have a right triangle. So what happens if they give us a triangle that isn't a right triangle? We can always find the height by dropping down the altitude. So again, let's finish off this problem. And what is the answer? Well, I take 1/2 12, so 0.5 times 12 is 6, times 7 times sine 82. And I end up getting 41.6. All right, let's do the next one. We have triangle PQR. Now, I have no clue. I'm going to draw this up. I have no clue if triangle PQR is a right triangle. All I'm knowing is from the given information is PQ is 27, PR is 18, and I have an angle of 57 degrees. Now remember, this whole base is 18. So I can see here for my area that I have 1/2 the base, but what about my height? Okay, so really we're doing the same thing that we did before, but let's drop down the height. This is my height. So we're dealing with this triangle right here. So I would take the sine, just to show you how to do it. You don't have to do this every time because then you'll trust the formula. So you would have sine 57 is h over 27, or 27 sine 57 equals h. So notice that to do this problem, when you have something that is SAS, that means side, angle, side. Okay, I'm given a side, an angle, and a side all right next to each other consecutively. You can use this formula where you take 1/2 the two sides and then sine of the angle, and you will be ensured the actual answer. So I'm quickly doing that, type that in, and I get 203.8. Next problem. We have an isosceles triangle, so let's draw. All right, in this next problem, I'm going to draw it one way, but then I'm going to switch it over so you kind of have familiarity with what we did before so you can see it. So initially, usually when I draw isosceles triangles, you have your 48-degree angle like it says, and these two are the same, okay? But what I want to do is I want to switch it on its side, like this, where it's 22 and 22, just so you can kind of get an eye and see it. So then it kind of looks like more like the problem that we just did, where I have one of my 22s is the base. So remember my formula is A equals 1/2 the base times height sine of that angle. So in this case, it'd be that 48. Because really, what are you doing? You're finding that height. we can take the time to do it how we did the last problem and showing you why that works, or we can just trust the formula and do 1/2 22 times 22 times sine 48. So let's go ahead and do that. And we would get 179.8. And remember, this would be meters squared. I'm not sure if I labeled the last one. All right, and that's all that we needed to do. We're going to have you do number 3 on your own. And then there's another worksheet, which is a matching worksheet using this formula of 1/2 BH sine of the angle.